Hi Zach, this is Alan Cocker with ABC, former hitting coach for the Colorado Rockies and Seattle Mariners. I'm going to study your video a little bit. Zach, the first thing I look for is that we're in a balanced setup position, and the way I always do this is we want to try to keep this knee and this knee inside of our feet, okay? And then the head needs to stay inside the knees, and that just makes sure that we're working from a good balanced position. We want to try to eliminate sway or taking this knee back over the back foot or taking this head outside the back knee. Makes it difficult to get ourselves righted and get ourselves centered as we start our swing or start our move into the baseball and the swing process. So I'm going to run this forward to the load up phase, okay? As we get to the load up phase, I'm going to erase these lines. We look at knees inside, that's good. There's two different phases here, Zach. Most hitters, yourself included, the toe will land first, okay? It's not until the heel firmly plants into the ground am I firmly loaded, all right? So now we get into the loaded position. Now we're going to take a look and see where you are. Knees are inside the feet, head is inside the knees, okay? So we're in a good position there. Zach, the other things that I look at are making sure that our stride foot is no more open than 45 degrees, okay? Take a look here, see where you are. You're at 44 degrees, so you're in a good position. Your hips are going to be square to home plate, and you're in a pretty good solid position. Okay, now as we start our first move into the ball, all right, we want our first move to be the back knee firing into the inside part of the front thigh, okay? When we've gathered energy into this back thigh. So I want to transfer that energy into my front leg, okay? The other thing that happens at this particular point, now that the foot has landed, okay, the heel is firmly planted into the ground. The only movement going forward will now be the back knee, okay? The back knee will start to drive into the front leg, all right? We're going to go forward. We see the back knee going. And the one thing that I see here, Zach, is I see your head moving forward along with this back knee. I want to just transfer energy with my lower half and keep this head centered. So this head should be inside this circle. Remember, when the heel plants right here in the load, then all forward movement with the body stops, particularly the upper body. There is no more forward movement into the front side, okay? So that's one thing that I would like to see you correct. When the heel lands, the back knee drives forward, but the head stays inside the circle, all right? We'll back it up just a click. Now we started to drive the knee into the front leg. Now as it drives into the front leg, we want to make sure that we have good athletic bend, equal bend in both knees, okay? We have that. That's good. Now we're going to get into what I call the connection, which is the hands working forward. The first move with the hands working forward, the elbow will drop down into the slot next to the rib cage in the back hip, okay? We'll see if that drops down in the slot. Starting to drop down good. Starting to drop down good. That's very nice, okay? Now we get the connected position. Connection is back shoulder, elbow, and back hip should all be in alignment, okay? We're in a very good solid position right there. You got a good bat angle right here, holding your angle there. Now the next move working forward should be the hands will start to cross in front of your body, okay? And just as they get past the center of gravity, we'll then start to release the barrel, all right? So we're going to go forward. We're going to go forward. We're good. We have a nice bat lag right here. Bat lag is barrel of the bat is trailing your hands, okay? Your hands are starting to work in front of your body, which is good. The good thing about bat lag, Zach, is that the handle of the bat right here, this bad area on the bat where we don't want to hit the ball, is not exposed into the hitting area too soon. So I like the position that we're in here. Okay, we'll move this forward. We'll get to the contact position. I like what I see here. I see a good strong position with the hands palm up, palm down. I also see your head nice looking down into the hitting area at contact. So we're good there. All right, ball's left the bat. Okay, you're under balance good. But remember the head. We talked about the head when the heel planted. Because your head has moved forward, we're starting to cut off our swing just a little bit. And by that I mean, at this particular point, I would like to see the barrel of your bat, I'd like to see it more extended in this position towards the pitcher. Okay? We're starting to cut off our swing a little bit. We're going to go here. Let's see where our next move is. We're kind of pulling across. Now we're going there. Okay? Now we're just kind of pulling across. We're just cutting off our swing just a little bit. And that's mainly because your head has gone forward after the heel planted. After they got down, your head continued to move forward in front of your center of gravity, which is basically your belt buckle or your belly button. So what I'd like to see you do to improve this, you do some good things. You finish under balance. Okay, all of that is good. You get a nice, good lower half move. You get a nice connection with your shoulder, your elbow, and your back hip. It's just going to be a little difficult to handle pitches on the outer part of the plate. So as we go forward, what I'd like to see you do is I'd like to see you set a tee on the outside part of the plate, somewhere right in here, okay, just equal to or just inside your front foot, and we're going to drive this ball into the right side of the cage. If you're on a field, we're going to hit line drives through the second baseman or into the right center field gap. And when this heel gets down and that heel plants, your head is in good position right here. It's over your belt buckle. Okay. When you start your move into the ball, we don't want to see the head going forward anymore. And you can see here your head just continues to work forward, and that just kind of opens up front hip a little bit, causes our extension through the ball not to be exactly what it can be. So we're going to work on covering the balls on the outer half of the plate, outer third of the plate, and we're going to focus on keeping that head nice and still when the heel plants. The head doesn't go forward anymore, and we're going to start driving balls and extending that barrel through the ball, outer half, outer third. And I think this is one thing that will really, really help you. So, Zach, I want to thank you for coming.